Hey, welcome aboard Tango Golf Foxtrot. It's an absolutely beautiful day here in Tamaki Makaurau. It's an autumn, fall afternoon, and usually I try and get some sort of deep message into these airborne videos, try and draw a dotted metaphorical line between flying the plane and some sort of deeper message for life or business. Today I thought, screw it, it's a lovely day, let's just go flying. We're right over Auckland CBD right now. I'll crank left in a minute, and depending on what you can see on the camera, you should be able to get a nice look at the Sky Tower. We're at about 1,500 feet, it's a couple of hundred feet below us at the top. The trick is not to get too close. Also, significant event on this flight, well, significant for me. Finally got good audio going through the GoPro. I've been sort of playing with this for, well, what feels like a year.
City Golf Traffic Island 2 Kilo Mattia TR 1500, tracking Great Barrier Island.
Including people on the radio, yeah, I hope you just heard that. And installed a rig that I bought from a company called In-Flight, which combines a really cool suction cup mount that you're seeing me through now, a propeller rotation cancelling filter, which I haven't tried yet, but really critically an audio adapter, which seems to be working. Wow, isn't that pretty down there? And, well, what's the time? 4 o'clock. Oh dear, there's lots of people still at work. I can only say, I feel a little bit sorry for you, and if it's any consolation, the buildings you're in and the city that you have created looks just as pretty from up here as I probably do from down there. Well, I'm just going to fly around for a bit. I hope you enjoy tagging along on this flight today. I'm just going to have some fun. City traffic, Tango Golf Foxtrot, mid-harbour, 1,500 feet for Mount Eden. Bit of a shame it's a Wednesday, it's perfect boating conditions if you're into that, but all I can see is ferries and cargo boats and tugs and those god-awful car carriers. Not many people out sailing. There's a nice northeasterly, about 10 knots. Oh, I can see down on the Sky Tower. You can't, because it's out my window. A bunch of people out there doing the Sky Tower walk in their orange overalls. Gee, they stand out. Mount Eden is one of the best things to fly over here in Auckland, especially since you can't drive up. So to respect the Maunga, instead of driving up, we're going to fly up, and you get a fantastic view down the crater. Let's have a look and see what we can see out over that left wing. Be about 15 seconds and we'll take a nice tight left turn, give you a view. Wow, you can see for miles. I can see all the way down the Coromandel, out to the Great Barrier behind me. Just could not get better flying conditions. Typical settled autumn weather here in Auckland. And just starting a left turn around Maungawhau. I'll get out of the way so you can see it. A few people walking up there. This nice afternoon light makes for really nice photography as well. Okay, we better head on back. Got dinner to cook. So the next thing to do is to check the bulletin at Whenuapai, the ATIS.
Issued at 035 expect ILS DME approach, runway 21, runway conditions dry, surface wind 140 degrees 8 knots, visibility 25 kilometres, cloud few, 4,000 feet, temperature 19, dew point 11, QNH 1012, reported 2,000 foot, wind 150 degrees 10 knots. On first contact with Whenuapai Tower or Auckland approach, notify receipt of Hotel.
Traffic Island Circular, 5 miles northeast of the noisy 1,500.
Okay, Phenopai Hotel is the one. Let's head on over there. City traffic, Tango Golf Foxtrot, Sky Tower 1,500, vacating Phenopai by the Harbour Bridge, changing Phenopai. Phenopai Tower, Tango Golf Foxtrot, Hotel 1012.
Tango Golf Foxtrot, Hotel 1012, cleared through the zone, direct North Shore to 2,500 or below.
Direct North Shore, 2,500 or below, Tango Golf Foxtrot. Ah, it's like you read my mind. I'm a bit of a creature of habit. It's kind of my nice weather. My nice weather weekday afternoon trip is to jump in the plane and just fly around the city, look at the scene, look at the scenery, and very occasionally take you guys along for the ride. So our clearance now is direct to North Shore, which I can set up on the. Well, I mean I don't have to, but I can. I can set up on the GPS. There it is. And it tells me the direct track is 317, which lo and behold is exactly the way I'm pointing, because I kind of know the way home. And apologies for the sun in your eyes, but the GPS track is the pink one over there, and the yellow line here tells me 317, that I'm nicely on track to get there. Runway 03 is in use, so I might just climb up to 1,700 feet, which will be my joining altitude for Nurpai. Correction for North Shore, 1,500 feet above the airfield. And there's our 1,700. On the gauge, I might just change my fuel tanks over to keep the fuel in balance. From left to right, there's two fuel tanks in the aeroplane, one on the left wing, one on the right wing, and they're pretty equally balanced at 16 and 17 gallons. Everything's calibrated in gallons because it's an American aeroplane. And because I just took off from North Shore, and I can see which runway they're using at Phenopai, which is 8 miles away. I'm pretty confident that the runway 03, so that's a north-northeasterly runway, is still in use, but I'll use a joining procedure that allows me to assess that when I get there and land on either runway if required. Well, I can sort of tell from the way the aeroplane's being pushed a little bit to the left off this direct track that the wind is indeed from the northeast. So facts and figures on the flight, we're, as I said, 1,700 feet above sea level, which will put us 1,500 feet above North Shore Airfield. I'm just getting my radio frequency ready for when we get the change. Our speed is 130 knots, which is roughly double that in kilometres per hour. So we're getting along nicely. We don't have full cruise power set. We've just got a slightly lower setting because we're not in a hurry to go anywhere. It's a scenic flight, so you know, the slower you go, the more scenery you see. Power settings on the engine, it's just under 2,400 RPM, which it maintains constantly when set. And manifold pressure, which is our measure of power, is 31.4 inches. So cruise power will be 33.8. So that's a good chunk below that. Fuel flow to 12.3 gallons per hour, and remaining fuel is about 36, so I can carry on for 3 hours at this rate, but really I've only got 4.5 miles to run, so I'm going to have plenty of gas when I land. The airplane we're flying, if it's your first time here, is a Piper Arrow 3 Turbo, built in 1978, which sounds a long time ago, but it's about the average age for an aeroplane like this. They just keep on going and going. Well, if you spend lots and lots of money on the mandatory maintenance they do, and believe me, I've done that. It's got about 3,500 flight hours on it, which is not high. Okay, about to go into North Shore. I can see one aeroplane on the downwind leg. And waiting for my frequency change. By Tango Golf Foxtrot, vacates North Shore.
Tango Golf Foxtrot, roger.
North Shore traffic, Tango Golf Foxtrot is 2 miles to the southeast, 1,700, joining overhead.
North Shore traffic, Sierra Whiskey Mike, down 102.
That's the aircraft I saw, about halfway down, a little bit into the sun, hard to see, which is why we have the... Okay, and there is a helicopter operating low level on the 09 circuit. So it's a little bit long-winded. We get over the airfield at 1,700, we do pretty much a 360 orbit to get down to the beam.
Foxtrot traffic, Tango, Zulu, Foxtrot, lining up runway 03.
Okay, so got one line out 03, one late downwind on 03. Offshore traffic, Tango Golf Foxtrot, overhead 1,700, sending non-traffic for 03. Now we'll start taking that power back just a little bit.
Traffic, Charlie Golf Whiskey, Silver Hour 1,400, braking off the approach. Braking to the northeast, climbing 2,400.
Charlie Golf Whiskey's not a problem. There's our aircraft turning base. I'm maintaining 1,700 because I'm right on top.
Traffic, Tango Zulu, Foxtrot rolling, runway 03, vacating to Kowau.
Foxtrot's not a problem. I might have the circuit to myself. So once I get across the runway again, it's a bit hard to picture this, I accept. I can descend 500 feet on the non-traffic side of the circuit and join the circuit at the top of the downwind. The critical thing really is not to descend until you're on that safe side, because otherwise you're descending on top of people who are blissfully going about their aviation business. Okay.
Offshore traffic, Sierra Whiskey Mike's final 03, full stop.
Okay, so Sierra Whiskey Mike is...
Offshore traffic, Delta Tango's final 09, holding short of 03.
Sierra Whiskey Mike's for a full stop, he's not a problem. Tango Golf Zulu, I think it was, or Foxtrot, is vacating straight out, he's not a problem. The helicopter is about to land, we've got the circuit to ourselves. And I can see Sierra Whiskey Mike about to land. And through 1,500, I want to be 1,200 over at the landing threshold. The power's come back just a little bit too much. There we go. Sorry, the departure threshold. Northward traffic, Tango Golf Foxtrot, non-traffic 03, joining downwind. There's my 1,200 just as I roll wings level on the threshold. Nailed it, as the young people say. There's the aircraft climbing out. And down goes my wheels. And the noise increase you heard was the propeller going to full RPM, which is something we always do. Put the wheels down, because we're preparing to land. Offshore traffic, Tango Golf Foxtrot, downwind 03, full stop. Little bit more power, there we go. That feels pretty good. And before landing checks, brakes are checked and off, undercarriage down, 3 greens, no reds, mixture full rich. Alternate air is off, propeller is full increase, fuel we just checked is on the fullest tank, hatches and harnesses are still good. We're all good in the hood, and tracking downwind. Maintaining 1,200 feet, which is 1,000 feet above the ground here at North Shore Airfield. And looking back over my left shoulder until I sort of see the landing spot as my chin touches my shoulder, there it is. Very scientific. Pull some power back. Below 103 knots we can take some flap. Just makes our wings a little bit more adaptable to slow flight and slows us down at the same time. A little bit more power off. So 19 inches of power. 90 knots is a comfortable speed around base leg. And just rolling out, we're at 90 degrees to the final approach track, just checking that no one's landing straight in without saying anything. More of a problem on runway 21 here than 03. And idiot check, we've got the mixture, got the gear, got the propeller. And one lot of flap to come. Here's our turn on to final approach. That last guy is clear of the runway. Offshore traffic, Tango Golf Foxtrot, final 03, full stop. And now we can take that power back further because I'd like to be about 65 knots across the fence. Currently 85. The helicopter's holding clear. That's all my flap. Nicely lined up. And trimming back with the elevator trim to get that nice, stable, low approach. much speed. A little bit across from the right, so we're offset a tiny bit. Profile's good. Speed's coming back 75. Might need a bit of power before we get there. Got 18 inches, see how we go. 72. 70, take a little bit of power off. There's my 65. Holding off, all the power's off. Holding off now. And we're down. Retracting the flap. Brakes are working. Full back pressure on the elevator. Just takes the...
Osho traffic, Charlie Golf Whiskey, 7 mile final, RNAV 2 approach, 1,400.
Takes the load off the nose wheel and puts more weight on the main wheels where the brakes are.
Osho traffic, Tango